So I just want to show waves on water as a kind of visual representation of what sound does to the atmosphere. We see the drip hitting the surface of the water. Water is an excellent visual medium for us to observe motions called compressions and rarefactions in a medium. So in this case, the medium is water, and water is exhibiting two wave functions. You've got the longitudinal wave function as the drop hits and it travels out like that, and then you've got the transverse wave motion, which is the actual up and down of the amplitude of the wave. Very cool. So people usually mistake sound as just the one function, and they see it as a wave moving through the atmosphere, as a concussion wave or a mechanical sound wave. But there's a lot more going on to sound in the atmosphere than written in a physics textbook. Now, water is also an excellent demonstration of interference patterns, as essentially a piece of kinetic energy strikes the surface of the water in the form of a drip, and you've got the two wave functions, longitudinal moving outwards, transverse moving up and down. And as that happens is when two waves collide, they create an interference pattern. That interference pattern like that, you see how that creates like a figure eight? So this was where geometry of sacred geometry was born, in symbolism. But you see, too many people are focusing on the 2D geometry, which is clearly just a two-dimensional representation of a higher phenomenon. So when people focus themselves in on two-dimensional geometry, they're missing the higher paradigm experience of the full geometry. Now, waves written on a piece of paper as a two-dimension is just a photocopy of the real phenomenon. So if you start to think and visualize creatively in your mind of spheres moving out, then you can understand that there's an entire dimensional world that you can't access when you're mesmerized and distracted into two dimensions of geometry.